Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another mount video for Final Fantasy XIV. This time around we're checking out one of the new rewards from the Fates, I think that's how you pronounce that, the Fates, inside the Firmament of Ishgard. Now, specifically the mount in question that I'm talking about today is none other than the Antelope Stag mount. Now, this particular mount, as you can see just here, can be obtained basically two ways. First of all, you can get it straight from a drop from the Fate Presence. So every time you complete one of the special event fates inside here, as you can see, we're on number 5 of 12 today, and the next one's in 13 minutes from now. Every time you complete one of those events, you get 2 presents if you get gold rating. Inside those presents, you can get any number of things, including the Fate tokens. If you collect up 30 Fate tokens, you can come to NE, the script exchange vendor here, and if you go to the bottom it says Fate tokens. This is an exchange option. Again, on the map, here you go. This is in Ishgard. This is where NE is. And you'll see that you can get everything from Peace Lover's attire and everything, but the Staghorn, will cost you 30 Fate tokens in total to actually acquire. So if we wanted to get that conventionally, we'd have to get Fate token farming. Alternatively, from the presents themselves, the presents have a chance to have the tokens inside, but they also have a chance to have numerous other things, including the Peace Lover's attire, pieces of script gear, balloon, outdoor furnishing items, you name it, but also the mount horn itself. I can confirm earlier we actually got the Antelope Stag horn from one of the Fate presents, so that's kind of cool, and I would advise probably getting it this way. On the market board currently, obviously the market's already crashed since 4 AM my time when this started, with these down to about 300k. So you've probably seen these mounts already, and are obviously going to be dropping a lot more in terms of price on the market board, considering more people are doing it. But you might as well come and give it a go, because there's only really 2 major rewards that I think most people will be farming for: the Peace Lover's attire box, which we'll look at in another video, and also this Antelope Stag. So let's go and have a look at the mount, read its text, and all of that good stuff. Alright then, here we are in the Dawn Throne, nice and open environment to show this off. This is the Antelope Stag then, and as you can immediately see, this guy has this sort of like gyration sort of movement as you're sat here on top of him. It is another monster model, much like the Antelope Doe, which we looked at in a previous video, only this one obviously is a stag, a male version, if I'm correct in assuming that. I believe the doe is the female and the stag would be the male, right? I think that's how it still works. And yeah, they've got nice spindly legs, this weird sort of like, look at your character, it's sort of bobbing up and down, interestingly. Look at that derp face though, that is the face of just, I don't know, that's the face of YouTube, isn't it, really? If you were to personify it, that's what it would look like. Meh. This mount's text reads, "Summon forth your Antelope Stag, a male creature identifiable by its horns, striped body, and impressive size." It says, "Swift and sure-footed, antelopes have been favored as mounts by the tribes of Abelathia's Spine since ancient times. In recent years, ancient magics have also made it possible for the creatures to fly, so long as the rider has sufficient reserves of ether." Interesting, so it sort of saps the rider's ether, quite cool. And the hidden text here, if you highlight over the image, says, "A herd of young antelope stags has gone berserk." A quote there of Maximilian. I think I've pronounced that badly, but there we go. So anyway, I really like this one. It's got that sort of like zebra stripy markings. He looks pretty good. And as you run around, he does this bobbing look. He's like boing, 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 boing. One of the things we didn't show in the Doe video, which I wish I had have done now, is what it looks like when it's flying. But it sort of does this prancing animation, as you can see. And as you move, he sort of claws his way through the sky, which looks rather awesome. Unfortunately then, I believe this has generic mount music, just to 100% confirm that. Yes it does. Unfortunate. I'm getting so much more accustomed to just not expecting mount music to be unique. When it does happen, like it did on the Serpent of Ronka the other day, my mind was completely blown. But yeah, what a cool little mount. And, you know, it's in the hands of a lot of people at the moment, considering that this is not as rare as it seems, although me saying that, some people will say, well, I opened, I don't know, 50, no, well, not 50, but 12 Fate events boxes worth Meoni, and I didn't see it once. Well, it's RNG at the end of the day, but you can be rest assured that it's going to be very cheap on the market board towards the end of the day, for certain, depending on when your time zone's next Fate will be, 1 or 2 days, as it said before previously on the patch notes. It did say between 1 and 2 days of a break between the events, which is rather interesting. I'm not sure why it says between that, but there we go. But it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I quite like this one. It is a really nice looking mount. It does look rather hilarious though when it's bobbing around like that. The glide animation like this makes it look like a superhero mount, but then the sort of bobbing around is just hilarious. But yeah, if you've always wanted to look at some monster models and go, I would love to have that as a mount, then much like me, then you'll be pleased to know that they're adding lots more stuff like this. And I hope they continue to add more monster models as mounts into the future. You don't always need a saddle to make a good mount, and I think that's well and truly proved here. So anyway, let me know if you've managed to get this yet, how many Fate boxes you've opened, how many presents, if you've got lucky. A friend of mine got 3 already, so he's very lucky, and I'll see you all next time. But yes, more videos on the way. Much love. His little derpy face and his little open mouth with his tongue. And then we have cheese. The timing.